So we opened up Smackdown this week with Miz TV, which included Big Show, Randy Orton, but no sofas, props, or anything like that. This was to promote the feud between Big Show and Orton. They go back and forth, and then you have Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter coming out, then Del Rio coming out, and then Mark Henry coming out, and then Sheamus coming out, and it's like, oh my god, clusterfuck opening segment to set up a six-man tag at the main event. Oh god.
It felt like to me this was just SmackDown's way of showing who their main eventers are. These are our main eventers, so we're going to highlight them in the opening with Extreme Rules.
It was just an awkward. I mean, you know, when you see like 8 guys in the ring and one of them holds a mic and the rest are just standing around like that, it just feels really awkward, really. And then they didn't even do the announcement until after the break. You had Teddy Long coming out in his own, rather than him coming out saying, there's going to be a 6-man tag player straight away. He did something after the break.
It was really hard to work out what Theodore Long was going to do. So when he did that after the break, I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, and WWE have an app. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins versus the Usos. The Shield win this match as they should have. I think that we definitely needed to see Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins team up in some way or form before they were going to face Team Hell No. And hell, at least it got Usos a TV slot.
That's what I was going to say. We do need to see probably new tag teams, even though this is probably a one-off special for the Usos. But for another win for the Shield, ready for Extreme Rules, it counts.
Yeah, and then you get the Shield beat down at the end, and then out comes Kofi Kingston to run them all off of a chair. I was surprised that we didn't see no Team Hell No, as you know, that you'd think they'd want to promote that match a little bit after only just announcing it on Raw.
That's the thing, this is your last chance. You had Kofi come out to do the Ambrose stuff, but Team Hell No to highlight another match after the opener, highlighting all those matches. You could have used Team Hell No as well.
Primetime Players versus Tons of Funk. A rematch from Raw. Tons of Funk win. A very pointless match, which I have nothing to say about. And neither does NJ by the looks of it. Jericho versus Antonio Cesaro. You know, you expect a good match out of these two, and you generally expect a good match out of Antonio Cesaro, but the news came out earlier this week that apparently WWE thought Cesaro was boring, and a lot of people are up in arms about it. And I must admit, I'm going to do a video on this on my channel. I agree with WWE. He is boring. I'm sorry, he just is.
The sad thing is, before this, about a month or so before that came out, people were saying that he's going to be a future World Heavyweight Champ. SmackDown are going to highlight him. Yes, they're highlighting him in main event slots. But when he did that uppercut to Jericho and Jericho dropped off the top rope and Jericho kicked out, it's not really giving it's not giving Antonio Cesaro the big moment of the match. But again, it was more of Fandango and Jericho push.
It was pretty much there to fill time between the Jericho and Fandango stuff, which happened at the end. You have Fandango fainting the music, trying to attack Jericho from behind, but fails, then hits a code breaker to Antonio Cesaro to end the segment.
That makes me laugh because, yes, they did a creative way of using the dancing at the front, distracting Jericho, but at the same time, even though he came up from behind, Jericho managed to think, aha, he's not coming there, hello, and take him down. I thought that was a nice way of using the distraction, but no, Jericho knew what was coming.
Damien Sandow versus The Miz with Rhodes on commentary. This was to highlight a pre-show match. The Miz wins despite interference by Cody Rhodes. I might watch this on the pre-show. I guess it's between two guys that I kind of like.
The quick thing about this is that I know it's not the biggest match possible, but for Sandow to face The Miz, an ex-main eventer, and Sandow, who should be a rising star, they set this up because Sandow wants his own talk show like The Miz.
I
would have done, obviously it didn't happen, if Theodore Long said, the winner of this gets the slot of their own show, but they just went for a okay match. And, sorry, Cody Rhodes doing the distraction. It was like, give a round of applause, come on, don't start people. I was just like...
Yeah, Kaitlyn versus Xarna.
Yep.
Kaitlyn wins. That's all you need to. Are they going to do a Divas title match between Kaitlyn and AJ at the pay-per-view?
Yes.
I don't know, whatever. They showed a whole segment of. They showed that whole main event segment between Triple H and Brock Lesnar. It went about 15 minutes. They also showed the Cena Ryback stuff not so long. But
I think for the go-home show, they do need to show like the list of matches that would get at the pay-per-view, or at least stuff. But the whole segment of Raw's Ryback and Triple H's weren't needed.
Yeah, Sheamus, Del Rio, and Orton versus Mark Henry, Swagger, and Big Show. WWE were like, yeah, let's put all our eggs in one basket in this main event to showcase our 3 biggest feuds in one segment. You know, this was you expected a good 6-man tag here, and I think it was all right, personally. I thought it was pretty decent.
The way it finished, yes, it came out where, you know, Big Show went after another opponent. Sheamus went after another. So they were splitting up, all taking each other down. It looked like Del Rio could have got the win, but they gave it to Orton, you know. But
yeah, over the guy who's involved in the number one contendership of the Welterweight Championship.
It was a bit of a weird ending, and plus the faces coming on top. Typical.
Yeah.
It seems to be typical in the WWE.
Yep.
But the build throughout the match, you get to see teasers of what's coming at the pay-per-view. So the match itself was good. The finish was typical.
You would think with Mark Henry and Big Show in there, then again you've got Sheamus and Orton, who are the two like baby face, the two big baby faces that WWE are really high on right now. So you kind of thought that kind of balances itself out. Orton gets the pin on Swagger. They highlighted 3 matches going into Extreme Rules. So we really need to know. And to be honest, this was a very uneventful go-home show. I mean, it was a typical, like, let's just get this done so we can get onto Extreme Rules go-home show. And let's say SmackDown lately has been a pretty solid show. And this week it was kind of just like, that's all we really need to say, isn't it? Leave your comments on SmackDown down in the comment section below. And the fact that we've only got about 6 minutes on this review should show you how uneventful this show was. Thank you very much for watching this review. Make sure you tune in for our predictions video tomorrow night and Extreme Rules, of course, coming to you on Sunday night. I've been Mr. Parkin. This guy sitting next to me is NJ.
Ate the bone. Ate the bone. What's up?
And thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.